Awesome Star Wars movie. I fully enjoyed it. I'm sure everyone else on the internet is going to enjoy it like I do, right, Bucky? Let's check out some reviews. Okay, let's check out some of these reviews here. Let's see. Unoriginal, tone deaf mess, disappointment, unsatisfying, tamed down. It seems like it will never end. Man, what the heck? What is going on here? Let me actually read some of these reviews and see what's going on. Okay, I think I see what's going on here. Reading some of these reviews. I think it'd be good to answer some questions about the movie to kind of get some kind of baseline if you haven't watched it, or just give you a realistic picture of what this movie's about. Okay, so I didn't have a Star Wars game, so this is the best I could do at this point. Now, let me go ahead and answer 4 questions that I've seen out there that I think should be answered. First one is, did the trailer ruin the movie? Now, I've seen all that listed online that a lot of people are concerned about. And validly, because it seems like nowadays all these trailers show way too much. So, if you haven't seen the movie and worried about the trailer showing too much, you don't have to worry at all. All that you see in the trailer is really has nothing to do with what you see in the movie. So you can rest assured that you'll be fine there. Now, second question I have is Snoke's origins revealed. Now, this is going to get to a little bit of mild spoilers. No, Snoke's origins are not revealed in this movie. Now, I guess that's part of the problem people are having, because I expect they just want all the answers, and I think this movie goes out of its way to let you know that what you thought was important in the Star Wars universe really is not important at all. So that's why I guess a lot of people going in have a problem with this movie. Third question I have is, are Rey's parents revealed? Answer that question. Again, a little bit mild spoiler there. But yes, Rey's parents are revealed in this movie. And I'm not going to really get into it because I'll be really giving away stuff. So I'll just leave that question there. And finally, are there any surprises? Now, before this movie came out, there was a lot of talk about, oh, this movie's gonna have stuff that you've never seen before, and most of the time when you hear stuff like that, you know that's not true, that they're just doing exaggeration, but I can assure you that this is not exaggeration. You will see stuff in this movie that you have never seen before in the Star Wars universe, and that's not hyperbole. There's facts. And I guess since there's a lot of new stuff coming out, which is totally different from the original movies, even from the prequels, a lot of people have an issue with that. So there's a lot of stuff going on with this movie. It's extremely different from anything that you've ever seen. The Force is explained a little bit more, I would imagine. There's a lot of things that people do with the Force that you've never seen before. Luke's character, for when you leave him off in episode 6, yeah, I know he was in The Force Awakens, but I'm not even counting that since he didn't have any dialogue. Well, spoilers there for Force Awakens. But he's a much different person. He's a lot more broken than what you left him. Not your typical hero. And the things the stuff he says and does in this movie, I guess, have a lot of people dismayed, because they wanted the prototypical hero, and that he is not. So where he goes with that, well, I'm just gonna let you watch the movie. But he brings up some valid points, some things that have been swirling around even since the prequels about the Jedi and the Order. He gives a little bit deeper information based on the text he's been reading and just based on the history of the Jedi. So this even says in the movie, this hero persona that he has, or legend persona that he has gained throughout the years, really is not how he feels about himself at this point during the movie or right before the movie. So again, something that throws people off. Okay, so for my final review, I mean, I totally enjoyed the movie. Um, I think the really good part about it has, I would say, iconic Star Wars moments in it. There's one lightsaber fight in particular, two of them, that I kind of sort of was looking for, but didn't expect. And that last one at the end was one of those that I really didn't expect at all, and was happy to know that they put it up there. I can tell you straight off the bat that this whole casino part, I thought that was a little bit much. I mean, it was okay, but I don't think it should have been part of the movie. And basically, the whole reason why that's in there is to at the end show something. So I thought it was a little bit too much for such little payoff. But overall, I thought it was an excellent movie. It takes the Star Wars franchise into a new direction, and I feel like kind of started already in Episode 7, and this is now fully pushed to the other side where you could tell it is going in a different direction. So I enjoyed it. I would recommend it. Those are my thoughts. You can leave your comments below to see what you think of the movie. At this point, I probably think it'll be a good idea to just go ahead and give my ranking based on this movie. I'm just going to do the 8 movies, so unfortunately, I'm not going to include the holiday special. I'm not going to include Rogue One. I'm just going to go ahead and do my official ranking as of right now, as of the end of episode 8. So, going from worst to best, my least favorite Star Wars is Attack of the Clowns. Attack of the Clones. I just don't get that movie. It's just terrible. It's a bad movie, horrible writing, as you know, and no, I just can't do it. Next to that one, number 7 spot, I put Phantom Menace. I like the pod race. The lightsaber battle between Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Darth Maul is probably the best there has been thus far in the Star Wars universe. Now here's where we get to some controversy. Number 6 on my list is episode number 6. I do not like this movie at all. I don't like the Ewoks. If you consider that George Lucas originally was going to put the Wookiees in rather than Ewoks, and he only put the Ewoks in there to sell toys, I thought it would have been a lot fairer battle if the Wookiees were there. A lot more believable than, can't jump all of a sudden, can't fire either, than the Ewoks. It was kind of, I get it, the David versus Goliath theme, but it didn't really work for me at all. The next one I have, number 5, would be episode 3. Yes, I like Revenge of the Sith better than episode 6. Again, it was okay. I mean, some of the acting, again, was terrible, as you expect from the prequels. Basically, all the prequels were like that. But it was okay. I was just glad to see the Emperor again and to see finally Darth Vader once again. Oh, there's my shot button. Now, number 4 is the movie I just talked about. Is episode 4, or episode 8. What's it called? The Last Jedi. I'm trying to play here and give you this review. It's not working. So, again, it was a good movie. Number 3 on my list is going to be episode 7, which is Force Awakens. Now, the only reason I have this over episode 8 is I just feel that there were some parts in episode 8, again, that you could have cut out. But in episode 7, pretty much the pacing of the movie was much better. So I enjoyed it. Now, as far as 2 and 1, this is probably the hardest decision. As you know, episode 4 came out first. So I have a huge attachment to it. That's the first Star Wars movie I ever saw. It's what got me into the universe. It's got, well, basically everybody into the universe. And I'm just gonna have to say by a very slight margin, Episode 4 would be number 2 on my list. Now the only difference between Episode 4 and Episode 5 is Yoda. I think Yoda makes Episode 5 what it is, and maybe Boba Fett if you count him in there. So Episode 4, New Hope, is my number 2, and Empire Strikes Back is my number 1. Alright guys, so that's all I have for today on my movie review. Give this movie 4 thumbs up, and I enjoyed it. I thought Carrie Fisher was great in her last role, and this dude was incredible. Kylo was awesome, and Adam Driver does such a great job with that. So I liked it, I enjoyed it. Why don't you leave your comments below? Describe if you like it, don't like it. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I thank y'all for watching. I'll see you next time.